everybody, this is Sally Self, and today we're going to be talking about some professional dispositions. So the first question I'm going to answer is, what is the teacher's role in supporting learning, improving planning and practice, upholding professional expectations, and collaboratively advancing the profession? So the teacher's role in supporting learning can be done in various ways. Like, not all students are going to learn the same way. I personally am a kinesthetic learner. Some are auditory, some learn from handwritten things and other things like that. Improving planning and practice, teachers are able to allocate specific times in their class in which each learning style is going to be administered. And then upholding professional expectations, educators are guaranteed to maintain control over their classroom as they prepare students for a higher level of education. At an early age, the students are taught classroom etiquette, and this just grows with them over time to become more professional in a secondary school setting. Collaboratively advancing the profession, teachers are always learning, and they're always learning the best ways to properly teach a subject. So overall, this advances the profession by providing the best quality of education possible for the students. So the second question I'm going to answer is, what dispositions do I currently possess that will make me a successful teacher? And what dispositions do I need to work on before I can enter a classroom as a first-year teacher? So my personal dispositions, I currently possess personal conduct, reflection, curiosity, and compassion. I do thoroughly agree with all of the dispositions listed on the self-assessment survey, but there are some that I need to work on. And the ones that I needed to work on are going to be high expectations, respect for diversity, advocacy, fairness, and honesty, and dedication. What effect could personal biases have on teaching and learning? According to the expectations of the profession, how should biases be taken into perspective? Okay, so I believe that if a teacher brings their personal bias into a classroom, they might influence students to think in the way that the teacher does, instead of thinking in the way that the student wants to or will eventually grow into their own beliefs. Biases, when presented in class, should be handled in a respectful manner. Every concern should be handled respectfully and thoroughly. They should be taken under the same wing as diversity would be. So everybody's different. Everybody has their own opinions. So just treat it with respect. And that should be embraced in the learning environment because it allows students to understand different perspectives from different people. And the final question I'm going to answer is, reflecting on my own personal dispositions related to education, how will I uphold and adhere to academic and professional integrity as a teacher candidate and as a future teacher? Okay, so upholding academic and professional integrity, I believe it's not going to be too hard for me to do because I did strongly agree with most of the topics covered. I believe that if I treat each student with respect and fairness, I'm not going to struggle. I have a very bubbly personality, so establishing great communication, establishing friendships professionally with my students is not going to pose to be an issue. I will refrain from presenting my own opinions and biases when it comes to classrooms, strictly because I don't want to influence my students into believing the same things that I believe. I want them to grow into their own belief system. And how will I handle professional and academic integrity in my classroom? If a student comes to me after committing academic dishonesty, I'm going to implement a 3-strike rule if my institution that I teach at allows it. So the first strike is going to be to have them resubmit the assignment with proper corrections. The second strike is going to be intervention to assess their needs, help them in any way that they may need to, maybe introduce citations, properly forming them, in-text citations, things like that. And then the last strike, which would be the strikeout, I would call that an institutional consequence. So at that point, I would allow the institution that I work for to get involved and, provide consequences as they seem fit. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.